Hi, dear children. Good morning. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Do you remember our last class? We had learned shifting cultivation, scientific forestry. Shall we learn a new topic now? New part? Okay. We often read the stories of hunting related to the life of king and emperors. Hunting was one of the way of showing their courage and their mental power. Many Mughal paintings show princes and emperors enjoying a hunt. But under the colonial rule, the scale of hunting increased to such an extent that various species became almost extinct. The British saw large animals as a sign of wild, primitive, and savage society. They believed that by killing dangerous animals, the British would civilize India. They gave rewards for the killing of tigers, wolves, and other large animals on the grounds that they posed a threat to cultivators. Over 80,000 tigers, 150,000 leopards, and almost 2 lakh wolves were killed for a reward in the period between 1875 and 1925. Strict forest laws were a great burden or blow in the life of Adivasi, the Aboriginals. Many communities left their traditional occupations and started trading in forest products. This happened not only in India but across the world. In India, the trade in forest product was not new. From the medieval period onwards, we have records of Adivasi communities trading different products. With the coming of the British, trade was completely regulated by the government. What did the government do? The government gave many large European trading firms the sole right to trade in the forest products of a particular area. How did it affect the life of Adivasi? Grazing and hunting by local people were restricted. In the process, many pastoralists and nomadic communities like the Korawa, Karacha, and Irugula of Madras Presidency lost their livelihood. In different parts of India, men and women were recruited to work on tea plantations, but unfortunately, their wages were very low and conditions of work were very bad. At last, without having any other way, the poor Adivasi group decided to question these type of negative policies. In many parts of India, not only in India, across the world, forest communities rebelled against the changes that were being imposed on them. They have been suffering all these type of atrocities, cruelties for a long time. One of such a notable resistance was from the people of Bastar. Bastar is located in the southernmost part of Chhattisgarh and borders Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and Maharashtra. A number of different communities live in Bastar, such as Maria, Muriagons, Durvas, Batras, and Halpas. They speak different languages but share common customs and beliefs. As our next part, we will learn Bastar Rebellion, the resistance from the side of the people of Bastar against the oppressive policy of colonial government.
People who lived there. Bastar is located in the southernmost part of Chhattisgarh and shares its borders with Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and Maharashtra. A number of different communities live in Bastar and speak different languages, but they all have common customs and beliefs. The people of Bastar believe that land is a gift from Mother Earth to humans, and that humans should respect this gift. They look after their forests with great affection and care. An annual big hunt of a pargana or a cluster of villages is held. where the headmen of the villages discuss issues related to the forests. However, under the colonial rule, the people of Bastar were exploited for a long time.
Where is Bastar located? Bastar is located in the southernmost part of Chhattisgarh. The people of Bastar believe that each village was given its land by the earth, and in turn, they look after the earth by making some offerings at each agricultural festivals. In addition to the earth, they show respect to the spirit of the river, the forest, and the mountain. Villages were self-sufficient. Were the people from one village allowed to take wood from the forest of another village? Yes. In order to take the wood from other village area, pay a small fee. That fee was called Devsari. The villagers have been suffering the cruelties, atrocities of colonial government. The people were very worried when the government introduced forest laws. Do you remember the categorization of the forest? Categorization as reserved forest, protected forest, and village forest. Because of this categorization, their natural lifestyle was affected. They were ordered to leave the forest area. But some villages were allowed to stay on the reserved forest. But on one condition. What was that? They should work free for the forest department in cutting and transporting trees and protecting the forest from fires. By adding fuel to the burning fire, the British increased the tax also. At last, without having any other way, the poor people of Bastar decided to question this, decided to resist and attack the colonial government. People began to gather and discuss these issues in their village councils, in bazaars, and at the festivals. The initiative was taken by the Durvas, the name of one of the community in Bastar. Every village contributed something to the expense of the rebellion. Bazaars were looted, houses of officials, traders, schools and police stations were burned and robbed. Grains were redistributed. Who won the revolt at last? The people of Bastar or colonial government? No doubt the colonial government. They had all the weapons and strategy to suppress it. They took timely action, retaliated in the same coin. Troops were sent to suppress the rebellion. The Adivasi leaders from their side tried to negotiate, but the government, the colonial government, was not ready to hear that. Those who were associated with them were severely punished. Most villages were deserted as people fled into the jungles. It took 3 months for the British to regain control. Hi dear children, we learned one of the important part of the topic. The soul of the topic. Did you understand? Did you understand all these concepts? Shall we revise? Yes. You have 2 questions. First is related to the people of Bastar. Did we discuss? And the second is Bastar rebellion or resistance from the side of the people of Bastar. Try to find answer to this second question in your own words. Thank you.